One question I seem to get on a pretty regular basis is from people who have popped an acrylic crystal out of a pocket watch and they can't get it back in. Now, this often leads to them sanding the edges down and then gluing it in, which typically is going to look pretty bad. So, today I'm going to show you how easy it is using my crystal press. And if you don't have one, I'm going to show you how to make a jig that will essentially do the same thing, and it's only going to cost about $10 or less. Now, the earliest pocket watch crystals were glass, and they required the watchmaker to heat up the bezel, and that expanded the metal so that the glass crystal could be inserted into the bezel. Now, most people working on vintage watches today, they're familiar with installing compression fit crystals with the claw tool like this. But in most pocket watches, not only is this tool too small to fit over the crystal, they have such a low profile around the edge that there's nothing for the claw to grab onto. Hands down, the easiest way to install one of these type of crystals is with the GS Crystal Press. Now, don't get this one confused with similar looking presses that you find on Amazon. This press was designed to be able to install all types of acrylic crystals, including armored crystals and pocket watch crystals. And not only does it handle that exceptionally well, it's my go-to press for flat as well as domed glass crystals. And if that wasn't enough, it's also great for installing bezels as well as hard to install snap on case backs because it can exert pressure not only around the edge of the case back, but also directly in the center with these little rubber pushers. Now, the drawback for a lot of people is going to be the fact that a brand new one today is currently around $400. But considering it has so many other uses, and you also don't have to buy any additional dies, I think it's still a great value. Now, the compression point on pocket watch crystals is done from the inside using an appropriately sized rubber pusher that pushes down on the center of the crystal, just enough to reduce its size and allow it to go in and out of the bezel. Now, it really doesn't get much easier than that. Now, if you already have a bunch of money invested in some other crystal press, or you just do an occasional pocket watch here or there, here's a jig anyone can make that works just as well. The main piece you need is a hold down clamp like this one. Now, if you aren't familiar with them, I'll put a link to them in the show notes so you can see exactly which one I used. You're also going to need a couple scraps of wood to make a base. These are just two pieces of pine, one for the base, and the second one is needed to elevate the clamp up a little bit. The last thing you're going to need is some sort of hollow round base for the bezel and the crystal to sit on. This one that I'm using is just an old plastic movement holder, but you could just as easily cut a piece off a section of PVC or ABS plumbing pipe. This one is 3/4 of an inch, but the size really doesn't matter that much. Now, there's probably a bunch of different ways you can do this, but what I have found that's easiest for me is to bring the rubber tip down onto the inside of the center of the crystal and tighten up this bolt. Now, we're just going to elevate the ring off of the base about 2 millimeters. I'm just using a Petri dish because it's just over 2 millimeters thick. Now we're just going to center the crystal over the ring. Then we center the rubber pusher into the center of the crystal, and we're going to push it down until the clamp snaps shut. Now, placing a new crystal in works the same way. We're going to set up the pusher so it's on the crystal, elevate the ring, bring the bezel into the clamp, push it down until it locks, Then put the bezel on and release the clamp. Now, as you can probably imagine, I get a lot, and I mean a lot of questions. And I want to start adding some Q&A segments to the end of some of these videos. So, if you have a question about watch repair, restoration, or even watch theory, leave the question in the comments, and if it's a good fit for what we do here, I'll answer them in a video. So, as always, thanks for watching, and because there's so much more to learn, I hope to see you in the next video.